Mother duck takes her ducklings for a first swim. Our ability to build a hierarchy in a project is very important when it comes to animation or management of complex objects. The position of an object is in a relation to the world. So if I move the object, in this case, mother duck, 2 meters on the x-axis, I moved her 2 meters relative to the center of the world. Let's create hierarchical relationships between objects. We select one or more objects. Lastly, we select the object we want to be parent of the other selected objects. Yes, we are using family terminology here. Click on the Object menu in the 3D viewport, search for Parent menu, and choose the first option, Object. Now you can see a relationship that occurs between the child object and the parent object, and it is indicated by this dotted line. When we move the parent, all his children will move with him. But when we move the children, the parent will not be affected by their movement. If we look at the properties of the child object, this object is found. Let's round this one at position -7 on the x-axis. After we move the parent, and look again at the position of the child, that is still at -7 on the x-axis. From this we can conclude that the parent object serves as the center of the child object's new world, and any movement in space will be carried out relative to it. I would like to point out that the child is 7 meters away from the parent, and not from the center of the world. In contrast, the parent is almost 6 meters from the center of the world. In order to disconnect a child from his parent, we will choose it first and go again to the Object menu. We will look for Parent, and this time we will go to the bottom section here and choose the first one, Clear Parent. Oh, something happened. Pay attention. By clearing the hierarchy, the object will jump to its original place before it was a child. But if we want to keep the newly acquired place under the parent, let's do undo. He is still a child of the parent. And this time, we will clear the parent using the second option here. Clear and keep transform. Look, now he's not a child anymore, but he has still kept his last position while being under the parent. A more convenient shortcuts to use to create hierarchy are Ctrl+P for parent, and Alt+P for clearing the parenting. Also, the right-click menu can lead us to the parent menu as well. In the outliner, you can define hierarchy as well. We will take an object, for example, baby duck 01, drag it over the mama duck, hold Shift, and release. You can see that he became the mother's child. For a moment, it seems in the outliner that the child object has disappeared, but by opening this tab, you can see that he is under the mother in the hierarchy. In order to move it out of the hierarchy, drag it out while holding Shift and release. Hop, he is no longer a child of the mother. If we bring him back to being a child again and move the mother a little bit and drag him out with Shift, hop, he jumps. How can we, at the outliner, maintain his last position as a child? When you drag out and hold Shift, you will see that it is also telling you that you can add Alt key to keep the transforms. I will also hold Alt and release, and you can see that it has kept its position. While an object can act as a parent for multiple objects, it can only have a single parent object itself. Oh, guess who just popped in for a visit? It's Uncle Duck. All the ducklings are very excited about the arrival of Uncle Duck, and they want to be under the supervision of Uncle Duck. We will choose the children, and last Uncle Duck. Control P, parent. Now, Uncle Duck can take everyone for a ride around the lake. But if we want the children under the mother's care, you will see that only the mother is the one leading them. That means they can't be the children of both the mother and the Uncle Duck at the same time. However, you can extend the hierarchy by adding children as much as you want. For example, the tiniest will be under the care of his older brother. So will the other. He will be under the care of the mother. And because everyone is excited about Uncle Duck's visit, Uncle Duck is going to lead everyone. Look, everyone is following under Duck, then Mom, then the eldest, then the middle duck, and the little one here in the back. This can be clearly seen here in the outliner. We have Uncle Duck here. We have the mom, baby, baby 2, and baby 3. Have you managed to establish this hierarchy in the duckling family? Now you will reverse the hierarchy so that the smallest duck is the leader and the uncle is the tail. Everything we have learned here about parenting will help us with smart object management and is also the basis for understanding rigging. Maybe this will even help you in your personal life. In any case, we will meet you in the next lesson. Quack!